What happens when a president's death becomes the spark for an international legal standoff, a clash of legacy, and a test of political maturity? Zambia is facing that exact crisis, where Edgar Lungu's body remains unburied, caught between courts, politics, and a grieving family. Former President Edgar Lungu, Zambia's sixth head of state, died on June 5, 2025 in a South African hospital. But more than a month later, his remains are still in legal suspension. A North Gauteng High Court injunction issued on June 25 continues to block a private burial in Johannesburg. As cited by Newsdiggers and IOL South Africa, the legal standoff will only move forward after the next hearing, scheduled for August 4. The underlying cause of this stalemate is deeply political. Lungu's long and bitter rivalry with President Hichilema never ended, not even in death. During his presidency, Lungu jailed Hichilema after a convoy incident. After Hichilema came to power in 2021, Lungu claimed to be harassed, including being banned from jogging. When Lungu died, his family insisted on honoring his final wish, that he not be buried in Zambia or have Hichilema attend his funeral. The Zambian government, however, demanded a state funeral in Lusaka, as is customary for former presidents, and even prepared a grave in the presidential burial ground. Negotiations collapsed multiple times. A 10-point agreement reached on June 15, reported by Newsdiggers, included a key demand from the family that Hichilema be barred from attending. But when the government allegedly failed to meet other conditions, such as repairing roads near Lungu's home or allowing public participation, the family backed out again on June 18. On June 19, they publicly declared their intention to bury him privately in South Africa. Zambia's Attorney General, Mulilo Kabesha, then filed a last-minute court challenge, prompting South Africa's Pretoria High Court to block the burial, setting the next hearing for August 4. But the legal fight is no longer just between the family and the Zambian government. Civic groups in South Africa have entered the scene. The Progressive Forces of South Africa, PFSA, issued strong warnings against Lungu being buried in South Africa, fearing it could set a dangerous precedent. According to IOL's July 17 report, they argued it might encourage Zambians to seek local burial as a pathway to permanent residency, and called on South Africa's Home Affairs to tighten burial and visa protocols. Meanwhile, the Lungu family, represented by lawyer Makebi Zulu, accuses the Zambian government of political interference, even suggesting that Lungu was denied permission to leave the country for treatment. The government denies this. The family also alleges that authorities tried to repatriate Lungu's body without consent and intimidated hospital staff. Tensions have spilled into public political exchanges. Acting PF leader Given Lubinda accused the government of denying Lungu medical help and questioned why his death wasn't officially announced by the presidency. Former Vice President Enoch Kavindele urged the PF to stop politicizing Lungu's death. But Kavindele also made a highly controversial claim that some regional presidents wanted legal cases against Lungu's family dropped in exchange for the body's return. To clarify for viewers, Zambia only has one president. Regional presidents in this context refers to leaders from neighboring Southern African countries, such as Zimbabwe, Angola, or South Africa, who may have expressed interest in resolving the dispute. This was not about Zambian leadership. However, Lusaka lawyer Jonas Zimba, who was reportedly present at all negotiations, publicly denied this claim on July 17, stating, "There was no demand to drop Lungu family cases in any discussions he attended." This sharp contradiction reveals how contested and politicized the funeral has become. At the African Reset, this saga teaches a powerful lesson. In African politics, Legacy is never settled at death. It's battled over in courts, headlines, and public memory. The funeral of Edgar Lungu has become more than a private matter. It is now a proxy war over national unity, justice, and political symbolism. President Hichilema's government insists on a state burial, possibly to reclaim control over the national narrative and project authority. Meanwhile, the Lungu family's resistance underscores mistrust and fear of political erasure. As Zambia inches towards the 2026 elections, this unresolved burial could shape public perception, deepen political divides, or force institutional reflection. Yet, even in this uncertainty, Zambia is showing two faces. On one hand, there's political turbulence. On the other, there's reform and resilience. The government recently concluded a forensic audit into the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMMSA, uncovering widespread corruption. According to news diggers, this led to 56 arrests and 30 court cases. Such anti-corruption efforts suggest a drive for accountability and reform. Meanwhile, the copper sector remains a beacon of economic potential. Canadian firm Barrick is investing $2 billion to expand operations in Zambia. As Mining Weekly reports, this reflects global confidence in Zambia's role in clean energy and data infrastructure. So what does this all mean? Edgar Lungu's body remains unburied, his legacy unresolved, and his family defiant. The August 4th court date will be more than a legal ruling. It will be a political moment that could reshape Zambia's path. Do you believe the wishes of a former president should override state protocol? Should political differences follow someone to the grave? And how might this impact Zambia's image for investors and citizens alike? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the African Reset, and hit the notification bell so you never miss updates on Africa's most important political stories.